Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the new Star Wars The Old Republic 7.0 expansion, Legacy of the Sith. Today we will be playing the first mission, Dead in the Water. And yes, I am sure. Interesting, not sure which planet this is going to be. Also, if you missed any of the story content, I do have, I think, every expansion dating back to 4.0 up on the channel, and I also have a playlist, which I'll probably put in the description, of all the story missions that happen between 6.0 Onslaught and 7.0, which is where we are now. Some of which is very relevant to this storyline. Star Wars. No music, sorry about that, but, copyright. Legacy of the Sith. The fate of the galaxy balances on a razor's edge. The Sith Empire and Galactic Republic, still consumed by the flames of war, viciously compete for any advantage that can secure victory. No war can be won without Kolto, a vital medical resource harvested by the unaligned and reclusive Selkath of Manaan, placing their ocean planet at the center of the conflict. Plans are already in motion to ensure this precious substance flows only one way, towards the glory of the Empire. The Republic must act quickly, or risk losing everything. Alright, heading back to Manaan. That is the location of a flashpoint and a little area outside the flashpoint. And now that they mention it, I do remember hearing that there'd be some more of Manaan to explore in this expansion. But I'm curious to see how this will relate to Darth Malgus and possibly the Mandalorian storyline that's been building as well.
This is Arn Peralin of Task Force Nova. Imperial forces are massing in the Pirshak system around Manaan. I say again, Imperial forces are massing near Manaan.
Want some coal, sir?
Let's head back. They need our help.
Aye, sir.
Get me the captain of that ship!
They're not responding.
Looks like an ion cannon.
Bombers incoming!
Brace for impact!
Well, that wasn't good. Hopefully we're not too late.
Arn's transmission came from here. This isn't looking good.
We're picking up a weak signal just ahead. See what you can find.
alone.
Copy that. Evasive maneuvers. I've spotted armed ship. We've got them on the run. See if there's any survivors. On my way.
I was thinking we might have to use the gun turrets and do one of those really old school rail shooter mini games. I actually enjoyed those. I know a lot of people didn't, but I had a lot of fun playing those back in the day. Also, I noticed a few graphical glitches there. Not sure if that was just me or my computer, or if that was just part of the expansion. But I guess let me...
Seeing any more Imperial activity, but don't dawdle. We don't know what's out here.
I guess let me know if you guys saw those as well when you were playing. Let's sell some of our junk there. Hopefully Arn and the crew are still alive. We're not wearing a helmet, so I suppose life support is still online. Always a good sign. Also, like, this is a defender just like mine, but maybe in slightly worse shape. Energy reserves depleted. Alright. What can we do to fix those? How about some auxiliary power? Careful. Watch your step.
Arn? Arn!
Well, a few of them made it.
It's you.
What happened?
They hit us with some kind of weapon. We barely had time to react before the Imperial bombers arrived. No talk, no warning, nothing.
They're gone. The Republic fleet chased them off.
The Republic? Oh, no. You need to turn them around.
Here we go again.
Incoming! That's an ion cannon. It can cripple this entire fleet. We need to deal with it or this operation is over. What about my crew? Okay, listen. Bring them back here. And the two of you take one of my shuttles. It's built for stealth and will get you past that cannon. Now get moving. This is Admiral Rava. Everyone fall back immediately. Fall back!
Alright, ion cannon. Yep, that's kind of what I thought. I think anybody who's seen Empire knows that. Oh good, they all survived, it looks like. Glad to see that. Let me just explore while we're here, see if there's any... Oh, nope, can't explore. Never mind. I was going to see if there's any differences to this model of the Defender. Alright. Back to the ship then. And quickly. That's a cool little fighter.
The fleet is retreating to a safe distance. We took quite a beating. We can't let that Kalto fall into the Empire's hands. Understand? Rava out.
Well, he's a little bossy, but I guess he is an
The ion cannon
admiral.
is focused on the Republic fleet. That should buy us time to get closer. There's an Imperial shipping platform. Aim for that. A ship this size could slip by unnoticed. I thought I was going to lose my crew until you showed up. They're my responsibility.
Your crew made it. You kept them alive until we got there.
Not everyone. I'm a Jedi Knight now. I should be better.
It sounds a lot like Anakin Skywalker, but you can't save everybody all the time. That's the way of the Force.
Jedi are one with the Force. We are harmony in chaos. We are not all-seeing. Do you understand?
Yes, they were good people. Scholars. Okay. Let's shut this ion cannon down.
I think that's it.
There's the platform. Looks like the imps have their hands full. That's good for us. Head toward the side exhaust vents. I bet we can find a way in underwater. Lots of damage. Wait, see that? We can use that to get inside the platform.
Hope that was intentional. Alright, here we go. Arn is in healer mode, that's good.
Locked down. We'll need a security terminal to get this elevator moving.
Probably should just bought a compendium or something for him to get his affection up and make him more powerful, but didn't realize he would be with us so much. Curious too, if you play this on the Imperial side, I assume you're facing Republic soldiers and probably a bit of a different storyline. I'll definitely give this a go, and probably my sorcerer as well, though probably won't record that one. Although if you guys really want to see it, let me know and I can always do it again, but I think one let's play of each expansion is probably enough for the channel. Alright, this says obtain an officer's credentials. Hey, look, you're an officer. May I have your credentials, please? We'll get them one way or another. There we go. Yellow bar, that's what I like to see. Interrupt the end of that full auto and do a Force Serenity. This guy's a lot of HP. Alright, down you go. Okay, where to now? Hopefully we can go this way. Let's let them gather up so I can do a dot spread. Very nice, very effective. Let the dots finish off that guy. Can I knock you off into the water? Nope. Oh, you can knock. Oh, that's not right. How come the railing stopped him from going off, but not me? I'm sure there's a good reason. Like, we could probably just go this. Nope, can't go that way. Alright, whoops. Got my mouse stuck there. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? That was just rude too. It was like he saw my knockback and was like, let me show you what a real knockback looks like. I have always said that the consular knockback is pretty weak. Alright, now he's done his. That's not really a good position for me to knock him off. And don't have an interrupt, so I'll just take that. I would like to knock off like one of his friends though, just to give it another go. That guy. Maybe what I'll do is work my way over there and put down phase walk. So if I'm really fast on the draw and hit it in time, I have a chance of surviving as a sort of backup. Now he's gonna wander. Oh, yeah, I was trying to use project to finish off the one enemy, but they died and it went to him instead. Oh well, so much for the knockback plan. I think once they're in combat, they're not going to really follow you around. Alright, where are we heading? Down this way. Let's use that on you, and we'll stun you so I don't have any more interrupts at the moment. Using Adrenal for some more damage. And should make quick work of these guys. Didn't quite get the dot spread off there. How about now? Yeah, good enough. Definitely like the Minon architecture. Kind of reminds me of the Kalminoans, however you say that. People from Kalmino. I guess living in the water kind of influences your architecture in similar ways. Or Camino. There's no L in it, right? It's just Camino, not Camino. Been a while since I've seen episode 2. I think it was when the last movie came out, Rise of Skywalker. I was in California, and I think I only watched the episodes 7 and 8 again then, because I really hadn't seen them many times. I wanted a refresher before I watched episode 9. But then when I got home, I did watch, I'm pretty sure, the other 6 again. Alright, security droids. I assume that's those guys there. Let's finish off these 3 first, though. More little AoE. Alright, droids. Nothing personal, but the quest is I gotta kill you, so that's what I'll do. Actually, this guy is not a droid, he's a foot soldier. Actually, neither of you are droids. Okay, my mistake. Happens all the time. The droids must be in here. These look like droids. If they get a little closer, I could probably do a dot spread. Not quite. They are in force quake range though, so that's nice. Is it just me, or do these guys have a lot of health? I wonder if being level 80 has some effect on it too. I honestly didn't notice when I was doing the other story quest before this one, like the pre-expansion story quest. I'm sure the enemies were in 75, but I was 80, so I don't know if I was downscaled or not.
Elevator should be good to go.
Alright, that's a good sign. Hopefully we don't meet any like crazy Selkath that are trapped in a locker here, because that seems to be something that happens quite a bit. Well, at least once. Definitely one of the more memorable quests from, where are you guys going? One of the more memorable quests from Knights of the Old Republic 1. Okay, let's stun you. And thank you, Arn. Interesting, so he can do Force Armor like a Jedi, but he does, or like a Consular, but he has a leap like a Guardian. And both use single lightsabers, so it's kind of hard to know which one he really is. I'm gonna use my own Force Armor though. Probably should use Weaken Mind on this guy first, but whatever. At 3:30 in the morning, I'm not playing my best. But it's just story content, so it doesn't really matter. I am curious to see what PvP is like right now. Hopefully about the same, or even more interesting. I'm not sure how class balance is. I really haven't read up too much on like post-expansion stuff. I know there are some complaints about various things, and I have my own complaints about the UI and other aspects, but I haven't heard much about combat balance yet. Hopefully that's not too bad. I mean, there's always something where, you know, some classes are better than others, but usually it's nothing too egregious. And we have a bonus quest, which I would probably care about more if I was not level 80 yet, but since I am level 80, we're not going to focus out too much on that. Now, if we end up, you know, defeating them just incidentally, that's one thing, but I won't go out of my way to really try to complete the quest. Also, a lot of fighting and not much cutscenes so far. It seemed like there was more story content, at least like per minute, in the other story quests I was doing. Alright, ways to go still, let's keep at it. I might even just start like dotting these guys up and running. I'm a little worried because Arn is not, like I said, maxed out affection, but I do have this Colto pack, so that's cool. Could probably use that if I get into a real bind. Oh, who's fighting you? Some Selkath? Nice. So we're not alone here. It's good to see. I like their armor too, that's pretty cool. I don't have any grenades or anything, but I could use a some Force Quaken. Finish off this guy. Yeah, also has healing trance, which implies that he's a sage, but I do think like mechanically they might just give like all Jedi healers the same abilities, whether or not they actually are that class. Probably just another one of the Culto things. Oh, what is this? Tech fragments. I was thinking it might be a quest item, but it is not. Alright, so there's one computer over here. I keep thinking that says like jackpot. It says crack shot, which is similar but not the same. Or similar sounding, I should say. This area reminds me just a little bit too of the Selkath Enclave from KOTOR. That was definitely a fun mission. One thing I really enjoy about like, the KOTOR games, and I guess single-player RPGs in general, is that the level design seems more like there's more care taken to it. Not there's anything wrong with this, but it just seems like, you know, mob after endless mob, and it's kind of like, well, if you killed one group of Imperials, it's really nothing different. And the combat in this game is okay, but it's not, you know, like Guild Wars 2 is really fun combat in my opinion. This game, the fun from combat really comes from the encounter and the group play, whether it's PvP or group content in PvE. Solo player combat just really isn't entertaining in my opinion. Like this, you know, if it wasn't for me recording this, I'd be watching TV or something, because this is not really requiring my full attention and not that interesting. But hopefully we'll get through these guys pretty quickly and get on with the actual story content soon. Definitely glad I'm in balanced spec, because that's a nice AoE spec. I'm sure I could use a better tactical, but not something I'm too worried about right now. The time I spend trying to find the right tactical would probably be the same time it would take just to do these missions. Those guys didn't seem to see me. This also reminds me a little bit of the old Manon Flashpoint. Probably use some of the same assets. And that one was cool because I remember as a shadow or as a stealther, you could get through it pretty quickly. I actually have an old video on the channel about how to do that. I assume it's still relevant. I really don't know. Hopefully they didn't really change it since then. Because I used to grind that thing, I guess, for decos, or I'm not even sure why I did it so many times, but I do remember doing it so many times I had it down to a science, and I was like, hey, I just started a YouTube channel, I should probably make a video about this. So I did. Alright, hope we actually skipped that terminal. Let's go back to that. Weapons cache. I'll grab that in a second. Maybe it'll add something different to the toolbar. It did. Electro launcher. Electrocuting nearby enemies. That sounds cool. I assume this is more tech frags that I'm capped at. Yes, only one, so not missing out on much. Alright, let's try this electro launcher thing. Oh, okay. It's cool, but probably should have saved it for a better enemy. Then again, it didn't even knock out one of those guys, and they're pretty low HP, so not really sure how useful it would have been on this Imperial Trooper, for example. Nope, didn't stun him quite in time. More Culto probes, we're doing okay with them. And it looks like we're going this way next. Throw a dot spread, and then we'll keep moving. They do seem to have a decent bit of HP, but I'm not sure if that's because we're all level 80. I mean, I don't have the best gear. I'm still using almost entirely 306 gear from the previous expansion. I did upgrade my focus because I got a 320 focus in an operation we did, and because it's a weapon, that actually is a pretty big upgrade. I do have some other gloomy stuff that I could use, but I haven't really been worrying about it yet. Probably should, because honestly the set bonus is useless now that I'm level 80. Actually, that's probably part of it too, now that I think about it. I was probably doing more damage when I was at level like 79 or whatever. Nope, there's one more combat. One more guy keeping us stuck in combat. Let's just kill him. Because despite their appearances, I don't think the Selkath are really doing damage here. Alright, there we go. Just double checking. Yep, just tech frags and other junk. Yeah, that could be part of it too, not having my set bonus working anymore. So some dots, do a nice dot spread. Some good old force quaking. Alright. And I'm gonna start running while the dots finish off you guys. Save some time. Alright, and so far at least, even like the storyline hasn't been
Imperials must have secured it. I'll take a look.
Hasn't been too interesting. Like, alright, you know, turn off the ion cannon makes sense. The opening cutscene did a good job of underlining the threat of the ion cannon for sure. Like in some ways, this would be it's very Star Wars. Sending a little ground crew to make sure the space mission can go off the way we want it to go. But oh, more troopers, okay. But I kind of feel like this is a good subplot for you know, like a final assault, as opposed to opening an expansion this way, where I really don't even know what we're doing here, or I guess this is the planet where Darth Null's artifact. Well, no, because that's where we sent Arkin, right? So I don't really know why we're at Manon, except for the fact that, you know, Kolto is obviously important. Which is fine, but, you know, you feel like the Republic has all these resources, why am I the one going to this? I feel like I should be more involved in the more Jedi-ish stuff. I probably could interrupt that spinning strike, but it tickled. Not a big deal. Hopefully I didn't give these enemies a lot of HP just to make the expansion take longer, because that would be a pretty cheap way of doing it. I do feel like they put a lot of enemies in this for something that really, you know, did not need that many enemies for the amount of story content we have so far, but maybe I'm being too critical. We'll see.
I got it. The emergency seals kicked in. We're trapped.
Who are we trapped with? Or perhaps I should say, what are we trapped with?
Great seas! Through here! Come on! You hurt? No? You're welcome. Colonel Gallo's Special Warfare Group. I'm in charge of these bait worms. You I know by reputation. Well met. Who's this?
On Peralin, Jedi Knight.
Yeah, the laser sword gave it away. Now, what in the Great Seas are you doing in the middle of this mess?
Well, at least they seem friendly. I know they're supposedly neutral, although they seem to be fighting the Sith, so that's a good sign. But I remember in KOTOR they were neutral, but they were also like almost like neutral to a hostile degree. Yeah, let's let Arn answer, give him some experience with negotiations.
Right. I was in the system on Jedi business when the Imperial fleet arrived. I managed a distress call before they disabled my ship. The Republic fleet has arrived, but can't get close because of that ion cannon. That's why we're down here, Colonel.
A whole fleet, huh? Can't let the Kolto flow get interrupted and ruin everybody's favorite war, right? Nothing ever changes. You show up, they show up, and maybe dangle some weak agreements, or maybe just start blasting. Neither of you give a damn about the Selkath.
Well, if you joined the Republic, then I think the Republic might be able to muster some more forces to defend you. Actually, maybe that's a reflection of current events, but we won't get into those.
The Empire won't stop killing the Selkath until they get what they want. The Republic will help you stop them.
The Republic's motives are never that pure when it comes to Manon.
Let's deal with the Empire first, and then we can talk politics.
Fine. You're here to shut the cannon down. I have a better idea.
Turn it against
There
them?
are a lot of Imperial transports out there that belong to the professional bottom feeder, Major Benthos Dosk. All of them ready to steal enough Kolto to back an army. My mission is to rig that ion cannon to go off like a bomb. We do that, and every ship, every scanner, every piece of dry tech around here goes dark. This would make Dosk very sad.
Don't worry. My prosthetics are shielded. I'll head back to our dropship and make sure it's protected. I'm betting we want at least one thing that can fly.
I was on my way to the control station when you showed up. The way I see it, you owe me a few hands. You in?
Let's go make an ion bomb.
Sounds fun. Happy to do what we can to help. And she does have a good point, though, about how everyone seems to care about Manon for the Kolto. Which, you know, understandable as well. It's a great healing substance. Oh, she's a companion. That's cool. And not so much about the Selkath people. Got some rain coming in there. Didn't realize we're in the open outdoors. It's cool, though. Probably a nice plaza during peacetime.